Hello everybody, welcome to Conversations with Sakeina. Today we are going to do a walkthrough of the Mystical Cats Tarot by Linnea Weatherstone, and the art is done by Mickey Mueller. After we have gone through the book and the cards, we are going to take a moment to shuffle really well and then ask Sakeina what she thinks about this deck. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so starting with this Mystical Cats Tarot, this is not a new deck. This one came out in 2014. There we go. 2014. That'll be a choppy part in this video. Not going to make you wait for the focus. And it retailed for, and maybe still does, $29.99. I got mine off of eBay, and it is a stunning picture. Just love it. And the box is good and solid. It's one of those magnetic boxes that I love so much. And it has some pretty fascinating cards. They're not real to life cats, but they did a very good job making them look quite real. So the back of the box says, "Leap into the realm of feline enchantment. Discover these mystical cats in all their furry glory. Anyone who has ever owned or been owned by a cat knows its wild and magical nature. Feline secrets have long been sought after, and now you can glimpse their world with the Rider-Waite-based deck and companion book. Revealing the answers to our most important questions, the gorgeous Mystical Cats Tarot features domestic breeds that look and behave like normal cats, but suggest life lessons through the challenges they face. With the major arcana reinterpreted as cat mysteries and the minor arcana envisioned as earth, sea, fire, and sky cat clans, this playful deck presents the descendants of the cat goddess in their full splendor." So very nice. And it has the ribbon to help get the book out of the box, and also the cards. So we're going to take a look real quick at the Tales of the Mystical Cats book first. And we are looking at 201 pages. I like the ending here. That is, I believe, if I saw properly, the back of the card. The back of the cards. And same thing in the front. It is a very shiny book. Very well done. And this is Llewellyn. So anyone who is familiar with Llewellyn knows what kind of books they produce and also knows the cardstock. Some people like it, some people don't. So in this book, we have the table of contents, shows the acknowledgments, introduction, the cat mysteries, the cat clans, and as they said on the back, it's fire cats, sea cats, sky cats, earth cats. So wands, cups, swords, and pentacles. Then they have some spreads, and then they have an appendix which shows sketches from Mickey Muller's old wooden art table. So that must have been sketches that they did, that they were trying to decide if that's what they wanted for certain cards. And after we've gone through the cards, I will pull a card at random, shuffle a little bit and pull a card at random, and we will see how this book reads. So if we go, as we can see, they're black and white pictures. Let's go see what they have for spreads here. Okay, so the spreads, we have at the threshold. It says it's a decision-making spread. based on the 2 of Fire card. Okay. Then we have the Shield of Sekhmet. Not sure if I pronounced that properly. Council of the 5 Tigers. 9 Lives spread. And then we get to the sketches, which is going to be fun. I think I'm going to enjoy looking at those because, you know, you never know what really goes into making a deck unless you have made one yourself. And it certainly can be quite the decision-making process, especially when there's 2 people working on a single deck. All right, so let us get the cards out of the box here. And there are 78, no extra cards here. Oh, might as well leave the book out too. Okay, and as I said, this is a Llewellyn deck. So, you know, most people are familiar with Llewellyn cardstock. And to me, they are very easy to shuffle in all ways. And this deck is quite shiny, which again is something that, you know, there are those who don't care for the shine. Does not really bother me. The wording here is a little difficult to read. It's quite small. And I think personally I would have preferred that in white. But we'll work with it. Okay, so let us get started with the cards. If I have a difficult time focusing, you will see a little bit of choppiness in this video because I will be chopping out if it takes me a while to get something to focus. So we have the cat for the Fool. Cat Magic for the Magician. The Priestess. Surrounded by amethyst. The Empress. I have noticed that the glossier cards are a little harder to focus. The Emperor. It's going to be a bit of a choppy video. The Priest, or the Hierophant. The Lovers. The Chariot. Strength. the Hermit. The Wheel. The Consequences, or the Justice card. The Floating Cat, or the Hanged Man. Death. That's actually kind of beautiful in a way. It's showing that the cat had its 9 lives. Grace, which would normally be the Temperance card. Demon Cat, which would be the Devil. If you hear movement in the background, it is my Chihuahua who just came in to visit with me. The Tower. Stars. This was the card on the front of the box. The Moon. Do love the coloring of this card. The Sun. Good Kitty for the Judgment card. And the World. Ace of Fire, or Ace of Wands. Two of Fire. Three of Fire. Four of Fire. 5 of fire, 6 of fire, 7 of fire, 8 of fire, 9 of fire, 10 of fire, 'Fire Kitten, or this would be the Page of Wands, 'Fire Tom, or the Knight of Wands, 'Fire Queen, Fire King, Ace of Sea, or Ace of Cups, Two of Sea, Three of Sea, Four of Sea, Five of Sea, Six of Sea, Seven of Sea, Eight of Sea, Nine of Sea, 10 of C, C kitten or Page of Cups, C Tom or Knight of Cups, C Queen, C King, Ace of Sky or Ace of Swords, Two of Sky, Three of Sky, again, sorry for the sounds if you can hear my Chihuahua doing mini snores. They're not his usual giant snores, but still quite noisy. Four of Sky, Five of Sky, Six of Sky, Seven of Sky, Eight of Sky, Nine of Sky, Ten of Sky, Sky Kitten or Page of Swords, Sky Tom or Knight of Swords, Sky Queen, Sky King, Ace of Earth or Ace of Pentacles. Two of Earth. Three of Earth. Four of Earth. Five of Earth. Six of Earth. Seven of Earth. Eight of Earth. Nine of Earth. Ten of Earth. Earth Kitten or Page of Pentacles. Earth Tom or Knight of Pentacles. Earth Queen. Earth King. So there we go. So that's all of the cards. And I have to say, the one thing that I did look for when I was looking for a deck, specifically a cat deck, is that I was trying to look for a deck that had cats that weren't too cartoonish. I wanted them to be more lifelike, I guess is the word, more lifelike, and in positions that they would normally be in. Very difficult to get real cats to pose in the way that you would like them to pose. So this was the best cat deck that I could find that met my criteria with that. So as for shuffling, we can test out the waters here. This is going to be, as I said, it's Llewellyn. So most of the time, these are really good for riffle shuffling. Very easy to riffle shuffle. And I prefer to shuffle, excuse my chihuahua again, I prefer to shuffle side like this. They're also very good for that. And when I work with Sakeina, I do a lot of this kind of shuffling. And I know that there's a lot of people who, and I have a hard time doing it myself, but who do their shuffling in this way, but obviously much, much faster. And this deck, because of the shininess of it, would be perfect for that. All right, so I'm just going to pull a card at random here to go through the book and let you know how the book reads. So we have the 8 of Earth card. So let's take a look at what the 8 of Earth, or 8 of Pentacles, which will certainly be here in the back. Okay, so you gotta look for the words on the page underneath. You're not going to find them up at the top of the writing page. Okay, so it says, we are born with powerful instincts, but skills must be acquired. This cat has taken her kittens on a nighttime hunting expedition. Watching her carefully, the kittens learn to be focused and alert. They observe how she is aware of every sound on the evening breeze, every rustle in the tall grass. Her familiarity with the terrain allows her to move swiftly and surely. Her confidence communicates itself to her litter, who follow trustingly in her footsteps. The cat's advice: all skills improve with practice. Don't expect to be good at something the first time you attempt it. With time and discipline, you become more and more adept. It can help to find a good teacher who will share her expertise. If you are the master yourself, it's time to pass along your legacy of excellence. If the card is reversed, all work and no play makes for very dull kittens indeed. You have been working too hard, focusing too intently on improving your skills or your position, and you're at risk of losing any joy in the process. Spend time in activities that are all about enjoyment, not achievement. And I do believe, yep, each one has one page. Let's check the major arcana just to see if there's any longer pages for that. Nope. Has the same thing. So I really liked the description of the card. They told you why this card was created the way that it was, and that makes absolute sense for the 8 of Pentacles. So I like that about this. All right, so now I'm going to go off camera for a few minutes and shuffle really well, and then come back and find out what Sakeina thinks of the Mystical Cats tarot deck. So be right back. Okay, we're back, and I've shuffled up pretty good. We're going to be shuffling a little bit more here because Sakeina does jumpers for me. So we're going to ask Sakeina, could you please shoot us out a card or two to let us know what you think of the Mystical Cats tarot deck? Okay, we have 2 cards here that she sent. We have the 9 of Sea and the 10 of Fire. And I always take the top card as the first one. Okay, so with the 10 of Fire, which would be the 10 of Wands, she's saying this is an amazingly creative deck. And there is nothing complete about it in that a lot of things can be read into this deck. It is very, very creative, and this is where I think her the craziness with the fire is coming from. It's extremely creative, this deck. And no matter how many times you would read it, you would never get tired of reading it, is kind of how I take that. And with the Nine of C, this is the Nine of Cups, and it is what's considered the wish card. And the pictures on here are showing this sleeping cat having all kinds of dreams, or daydreams, perhaps it's just closing its eyes, about what it wants. And again, this is saying that, wow, the dynamic energy that is in these cards is amazing, and it could bring about many, many different images, many different interpretations for the deck itself. And fire and water is part of the Temperance card. Also, maybe, I can't remember what it looks like in this deck, but in general, fire and water are in the Temperance card, and that is the mixing of two things that creates a balance. So Sakeina is also saying there is great balance in this deck also. So it's a great deck for people who love cats, obviously, and a great deck for those who understand somewhat, if they've had a cat, understand the behavior of cats, which can really give a lot of understanding about our own behavior, actually. So I'm saying that Sakeina is saying this is a good balanced deck that will offer readers a lot of different kinds of interpretation and offer a lot of creativity. So there we have it. That is Sakeina's take on this deck. And that is it for this walkthrough. Again, I apologize for my chihuahua snoring in the background. It's difficult not to have him come in my room. So I hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough, and until next time, take care.